Tyrone, we need you to breathe for us, all right? Because if you're hyperventilating, give you a fast job. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Do it with me, ready? Just... Okay. Just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, man, okay? We're good, man. I appreciate it.
Look at this damn fool.
Hey, Shalom.
Yo, y'all horns of Zion. I'm Azrahaya.
I'm Mathanya.
Makajiwa. Shalom.
We want to give all glory and praise to the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Hamashiach Yahweh Shah. But now, y'all see this cat right here, man. See, why our brothers ain't hard when they get with them police? Interrogation. Like, why you ain't? I guarantee he wasn't acting like that in the street. Now he can't breathe.
I was ventilating.
Now he can't breathe. Like, come on, man. It ought to be a lesson learned, man. It's like, man, please, come on. Anyway, get him involved. That was just hilarious when I seen that. I was like, bro, I guarantee you wouldn't act like that before you got him in there. Yeah, y'all got something, man.
Nah, man, we appreciate y'all joining us, man. Keep in mind, we still accepting RSVPs for the Passover, which is going to be March the 23rd. We have the email address at the bottom, I believe. Seating is limited. So if you want to, if you don't have a place to fellowship, you are welcome to come with Iron Horn of Zion. It's going to be $35 per adult. The kiddos are free. But we would love to have you to come fellowship with us for sure.
Come. So y'all see the title of the class, Woe to the Hypocrites, because it's these people are big hypocrite. We're going to get off into the main topic here in a little bit. We got some other things to run through real fast. And shalom to everybody that's joining in. Shalom. We thank y'all for, checking out the class. All right, but let's start it off with this video right here.
Ukrainians could be kicked out of Sri Lanka, where many people have been living to avoid the military draft. But they've been criticised by locals for allegedly setting up whites-only bars. Now, the immigration controller has said that Russians and Ukrainians who are on extended tourist visas have 2 weeks to leave the country. But the president hasn't backed this and wants an investigation into how the order was made without approval. Nearly 290,000 Russians and 20,000 Ukrainians are thought to have travelled to Sri Lanka since the start of the war in 2022, according to official data, with many trying to avoid being drafted to fight. The Russian embassy in Sri Lanka has said that the bar promoters didn't intend to hurt anyone, and that Russia strongly condemns all forms of racial discrimination and nationalism.
I'll let you do that. All right, so y'all see that, right? These Russians, Ukrainians and stuff left from up there, so they wouldn't have to go to war, and they go to Sri Lanka they escape to Sri Lanka, and they get down to Sri Lanka and start opening up white-only bars and stuff. This is proof. They racist. This is proof. The Edomites over here is the same Edomites that's over there, because they act the same way. How you show up in somebody else's country talking about some white only? Nobody got kicked out of South Africa. Get up out of here.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? These devils is the same devils. There's nothing new under the sun. You get what I'm saying? Y'all got something?
Come. Let's get Sirach 12 and 10. All right. Because the Lord, contrary to popular belief, but the Lord is a separatist, right? He isn't with integration. He's always been a separatist. He's always been prejudiced.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And he loves his people, but it's all throughout the scripture that we commanded not to deal with them, mm-hmm. Right? And they know that. They don't truly want to deal with us unless they're benefiting off it,
right?
Unless they're making money off it.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but bring it out in Sirach 12 and 10.
The book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Never trust thine enemy, For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
So, dealing with iron is sure to rust. Dealing with the so-called white man and all these nations, really, it's going to come out who they are. They may portray to be something for a season or two, right? But iron is just like iron is sure to rust. The wickedness, the veil will be come up as far as who they really are. Right. Read on.
Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
Right, man. He's going to reveal who he is. That's all that's going into. That he's the devil the Bible speaks of. You go to these other people's land and you create open an establishment for your people only in these people's land. That makes no sense. Only the devil would do that. Right? But all of this is good, though. All of this is good. But I yield with that.
See, like what you read in verse 11, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. What they said, at the end of that little clip, they said that they meant no harm, basically, in so many words. We meant no harm. We didn't try to hurt nobody by opening up white-only clubs. Yes, you did. And you would have took it even further if they would have said nothing about it. Right. I seen another clip where, on this clip, they said they had 2 weeks to get out. I seen another clip where they was getting out. And they did the right thing by getting them crackers up out of there.
Right.
These folks, you let these folks be in land, they want to take over the place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a devil. They come to steal, kill, and destroy. That's why you got to treat them as such. You got to treat them as the scripture said. Never trust your enemy. See, Sri Lanka, the people over there, and all these other heathen nations, they know who this devil is.
Right.
They know they're not friends with this devil. They know they are not they friend. They are nothing to them but associates. They might do business with them and so on and so forth. But they know who they're dealing with. We the ones that act like we ain't got common sense to see over the years all the stuff they done did to us. We still kissing they behind. It's time to wake up. Let's bring it out 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 2. We got the people ask, well, it's not about skin tone. No, it's not about skin tone. You're right. But the Lord, listen, it's not a coincidence that all these people basically look alike for the most part. This is the curse of Cain. That lack of skin color is the curse of Cain. So the Most High gave us a way to be able to determine who our enemies is.
That's right.
That's not our only enemy, but that's the wicked of the wicked. That's the chief house of Satan. You see what I'm saying? Let's bring it out. 2 Thessalonians 2.
It's the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2 and verse 2. That ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that day of Christ is at hand.
Don't be shaken in mind about the day of Christ being at hand. Don't be shaken in mind. Why not? Keep going.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come.
Christ ain't coming.
Except there come a falling away first.
Except there comes a falling away first. We had to go into captivity first and foremost.
That's right.
We had to get put out of our land first and foremost. Keep going.
And that man of sin be revealed.
And we got to reveal who the devil is. Why y'all keep talking about Esau? It says right there that we got to reveal who this devil is. How you showing up to somebody else's house and trying to run the place? Get your behind up out of here, man. You see what I'm saying? They got the audacity, and if you let them, you give them an inch, they're gonna take a mile. And that's not just them. Wicked Negroes the same way, the same spirit. You can tell who a wicked Negro is. You give them an inch, they finna try to take a mile. They finna try to run all over you. That's why you got to check that stuff at the door. You know what I'm saying? And that's why folks be all in their feelings and getting offended when you hit them with these scriptures, because this is nothing but spiritual. These scriptures is spiritual. You see what I'm saying? You hit them with the word of God, they getting all in their feelings. You camps, I don't like you camps. I bet you don't. I bet you don't, because we speaking with the words of the Most High God. That's why. We speaking as oracles of God. That's why you don't like us. And I don't care. Because somebody got to be 2/3, which is the majority. Right? Y'all got anything?
Hey,
Yeah.
Con King. I
Go
mean,
ahead.
we brought that out where it says that man of sin must be revealed. Then we got to get Malachi 1 and 4, right?
Come.
Ah.
Come, I got you.
Started shoot. Hey, started verse 1.
You breaking up just a little bit, King.
Started verse 1.
All right, come. It's the book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau,
Hold
and
on.
laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
Con.
Whereas, when we stop, keep going.
No, keep reading.
Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh had indignation forever.
Con. So the Lord said they are the border of wickedness, and the people.
Mm-hmm.
It shows it's just not one person. The people against the Lord, against whom the Lord have indignation for forever. You know,
Right.
that's a perpetual hatred.
Right.
For those people. And you know, that shows you right there that God don't love everybody as well. But I yield on it.
Come. It's never been, it's nowhere in scripture. I was listening to something today. It's talking about King David. But they called this book the Hebrew Bible. Meaning they got enough sense to know this Bible is only for the Hebrews. But they play and they act like this is for everybody. They know who this Bible for. It's just a way to deceive everybody else, deceive the nations, and create a doctrine like me and Matthias was talking. They created a doctrine to make people docile. Christianity is just a plot to make people docile and to get your head bust in and you turn around and forgive folks. King David ain't moved like that. The disciples didn't move like that. Peter cut the man ear off.
Right.
Yahweh Shai ain't moved like that. Why all of a sudden now we got to take mess off our enemies and our oppressors, kiss they behind and everything else? They didn't do that nowhere in the Bible. We was warriors busting their heads to the white meat. But now all of a sudden we got to kiss behind. Man, please. Listen, the Spirit of the Lord don't make a man move like that. I'm telling you, the Spirit of the Lord don't make a man move like that. That's some effeminate stuff right there. That's not even common sense. A Negro try to harm you or harm somebody you love and you just let him do it. That's not even common sense. Anyway, let's move on to this next topic.
But somehow everybody's getting sick. When I say everybody, I'm including myself too.
Let me start.
They don't know where it's coming from. But somehow everybody's getting sick. When I say everybody, I'm including myself too. I just had this so-called virus last week. I was feeling very, very lightheaded. I felt like I had to vomit. I felt like I was finna pass out. Like, all of these symptoms are really not adding up to me. I'm just trying to see why nobody's talking about it. It's a girl on here that had to miss 3 weeks of work. 3. Because she had this virus. She went and got tested and it was not COVID. They don't know what it is. So, with me being sick last week, my boyfriend has it this week, and he's losing his voice like I lost mine. He was feeling very sick at work. He lost his appetite. It felt like he had to throw up. He was like out of it. So here I am cleaning my house and stuff because I don't want my kids to get sick. I got 3 little ones. A 3-month-old, a 4-year-old, and a 5-year-old. I do not have the time. But how do y'all not know what the virus is called to be able to treat it properly? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments because this is crazy.
All right, so y'all hear that, right? So basically, like what she's saying is this illness is not even the COVID. Of course, on the little picture right there, it says the flu. But even when COVID was running rampant, you know, there was a lot of our people that was wearing masks and wrapped up and scared and all this and that. And when I tell you, I wasn't scared from day one. I was not scared, and I'm still not scared. You see what I'm saying? You know why I'm not scared? Why I wasn't scared? Because my faith lies with the Most High. That's why. By Hashem Yahweh. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing. I'm not worried about nothing that Esau is creating. None of this stuff that Esau is doing. I'm not worried about none of that because my faith lies with him. So some people be like, well, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, God gave you wisdom too. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm going to live my life the same way how I've been living. Go to work. Come on. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to do what I've been doing. I'm not finna change or alter what I've been doing. Except, like you said, small precautions. Yeah, I'll put some hand sanitizer on, stuff like that. But I'm not finna suffocate and wear a mask all doggone day. Man, you crazy? I mean, that's what you want to do. That's your business. But here, let's bring out a couple precepts real quick. You got something, King?
Yeah, let's grab that first.
Let's bring it out.
Second Timothy. 2 Timothy 1:7. You know what I'm saying? Because like I don't want to just bring it out. You know, the Lord didn't give us that spirit.
Right.
That ain't, the spirit of fear is not of the Lord, and unless it's talking about fearing him. That's the only fear that you should have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bring it out, King.
2 Timothy 1:7. Oh, you got it, King?
Right. It's the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 1 and verse 7. For the Most High have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind.
So the Lord didn't give us the spirit of fear. What's so crazy about, the duration of time that COVID was at a peak level? I seen our people fear COVID more than they fear God.
Say that.
We seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still going on to this day. People are cautious. Hey, make sure you got your mask, you got your hand sanitizer, you got this, you got that. My question is, do you got your precepts?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, where your fridge is at? You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. Like, are you keeping the Sabbath? Like, this is what we doing to fear the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because even Christ said, don't fear the person that killed the body, right? Roughly paraphrasing, but fear the person that can kill the body and the soul.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Basically to hell, roughly paraphrasing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, like that was a crazy stretch for our people, man. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't seen nothing like it, and it's all propaganda, fear mongering.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you in fear, you in an emotional state where you make rash decisions. Right.
So like,
go ahead, King.
Yeah, if you don't feel the Lord, man, hey, you got way more to worry about than COVID.
You in the matrix a little bit, King.
Mr. Anderson got you out.
Can you hear me now?
It's coming in bad, King.
Time.
That is crazy.
Hey, Salakia, y'all. We had they trying to stop their word from coming out.
Hey, y'all see us on here?
Kind of look like we good.
Yeah, we good. We good. All right, kind of. Yeah, Esau trying to stop the word from coming out, man. All right, so let's pull Psalms 91. Psalms 91, a classic. We're gonna start at verse 1. See, your faith has to be in the Most High. If you really fear the Most High, then you would put all your faith in Him. Like Deuteronomy 6, you know what I'm saying? 6 and 4. We gotta love the Most High with all our heart, all our mind. We gotta love Him with all our heart and all our mind. Put all your faith in Him. Not fearing these tactics that Esau coming up with. You can't be fearing all these different diseases and stuff they supposedly putting off in the air. You can't fear that more than you fear the Most High. Let's bring it out.
Start from the top.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 91, from the top. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Notice it said, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Meaning, if you keeping God's commandments and you give him all your heart and your mind.
That's right.
Well, all your mind is all your heart. You give him all your mind. You live in accordance to his word. It says you're going to abide under the shadow of the Almighty. What can touch you if you under the shadow of the Almighty? What can touch you? Even Satan had to tell the Most High, hey, look, you got a hedge around Job. What can I do to him? I can't touch him. You got a hedge around him. What you think gonna happen to you if you living upright? But no, you more concerned with what Esau talking about. All these different diseases that Esau talking about. You see what I'm saying? Get concerned with these scriptures and living upright, right? Let's keep going.
Verse 2. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust.
I would trust in him.
Bring it
Not
up.
trusting in what they saying on CNN, not trusting in what they saying on Fox News. We trusting in the Most High and his word. And it's just that simple. I'm not concerned with it. They could say a million different diseases that came out. I guarantee you I won't get touched. I ain't get touched by none of that COVID stuff. I guarantee you I won't get touched because that's how strong my faith is. The Most High is not gonna make a fool out of you when you put your faith in him, man. He will not make a fool out of you if you put your faith in him. It's just that simple, right? Let's read verse 3.
Verse 3. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
It says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. Surely. If you are afraid of what they talking about with these diseases, you calling the Most High a lie. It says, surely he's going to deliver you. Surely. Meaning it's a guaranteed thing to happen. Right? Let's keep going.
Come. He shall cover thee with the feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
His truth shall be your shield and your buckler. If you live in according to his word, that is your protection. That is your protection. That's what's going to block you. That's your mask. Living upright. Right?
So like it.
Go ahead, King.
I just want to get Psalms 119 and verse 142.
Come.
All right.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, right? In verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
Right. So thy law is the truth. And going back to Psalms 91 and verse 4, it says, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shall thy trust, and his truth, which is the law is the truth, shall be thy shield and thy buckler. These laws is what's going to protect you. Right. So if you thinking the law is done away with, you ain't got no protection.
Right.
You need to worry about COVID and everything else.
Right.
That's right.
You out there in the wind. Yo, all right. So let's see verse 5. Let's read verse 5 real quick.
Shalom, brother. Shalom.
No, shalom, King.
Verse 5. Thou shalt not be afraid
It said what?
Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day.
Keep going.
Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, meaning you can't see it. You can't see a disease. You can't see a virus. It said the pestilence that walketh in darkness. You can't see it. It said you're not supposed to be afraid of this. Matter of fact, it don't say you're not supposed to be. It says thou shalt not be afraid. If you living upright, you're not going to be afraid. So if you're afraid of Esau's devices, something wrong. Something is wrong. Your faith does not rely on what the Most High said is saying in these scriptures. You see what I'm saying? Let's get verse 7. Let's get verse 7 real quick, and then I'm gonna yield.
Verse 7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee.
It said all these people gonna be dropping like flies, but it shall not come nigh you. If you living upright, you don't have to worry about this. If you, like I said, if you are concerned with what Esau is talking about more so than what this is saying, because what you're doing is, if you do that, you are making this a contradiction by saying that you trust in God, but your actions ain't saying the same thing. I mean, it's folks right now still walking around masked up, you know what I'm saying? Looking like what's that man, that movie where the man just had this wrapped up like looking like a mummy. Like you got folks right now still doing that, man. Their faith is not in scripture. What you about to say, Cosmo?
Hey, sitting in the car by themselves with the mask on.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You don't trust in the Most High, man. Don't get caught up in all the stuff Esau talking about, man. Don't get caught up in all that. I yield though.
Kind of Salaki, man. It just never, to me, none of it really made sense to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if y'all remember, even in the beginning, like we would have to be 6 foot apart at the airport, but we can sit next to each other on the plane. Like I didn't understand. It made no sense. It's like, and I'm one, like, please tell me you pranking me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm not an idiot. Don't play on my intelligence. Like I hate when folks do that. You feel me? Shoot, cause I got a scripture too, man. Let's bring it out for that brother.
Sirach.
Con. Bring it out for you, brother.
Con. There's the book of Sirach, chapter 30 and verse 2. You said 2? 21. It says, give not over thy mind to heaviness, and afflict not thyself in thy own counsel. That's because that's exactly what you're gonna do. You're gonna scare yourself to death.
God.
You scaring yourself, wondering, should I go outside? Should I go to work? They gonna be sick. I can't get sick. You gonna scare yourself to death. God. Instead of just living your life and keeping these commandments. You worrying about the wrong thing. You got Satan got you all messed up. Satan put that spirit of fear on you, and you done fell off into it. You done got tricked. I yield.
Yeah, that's all I had.
Con. All right, let's move on to this next what you call it.
Would you rather follow men or God?
God,
right? Okay, so if a doctor tell you to stop eating pork, you would do that, right? If he tell you that, right?
yeah.
What would you say if God said you're not supposed to eat pork?
Then I ain't gonna eat pork.
You sure about that?
The book of Leviticus, chapter 11, and verse 7. And the swine, though he divide the hoof, and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you.
So the swine is what? Pork, right? Yeah. So God says he's unclean to us. We're not supposed to eat it. So are you going to stop eating pork?
That's really kind of hard to decide.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
But you said if the doctor tell you, you'll stop. What about?
Hey, but I don't know. I might have to eat it, bro.
Stop it. Get some help.
You see the contradiction in a goddamn Christian. You see, first he said, "Are you gonna listen to God or man?" He said, "I'm listening to God." He said with pride. Then turn around, you put him in a position where he gotta listen to God. Or you on mute, King? You put him in a position where he gotta choose if he gonna listen to the Most High or listen to man. I'm gonna eat that pork. You see what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Pure contradiction, man. That's if you a Christian, you got to question yourself. Why are you a Christian, man? You really do have to question yourself and really understand why you still following that ridiculous religion. Because everybody, all these people that claim to be Christians, doing all forms of wickedness, man. They doing all manner of evil, and you still following that religion. Why? You got to ask yourself this. Really, a lot. I think me personally, I really do think the reason why most Christians are still Christians is because they just want to do. They enjoy it. They love it. They do whatever they want to do and still go to church on Sunday and still claim to be children of God. You see what I'm saying? So I really think they just enjoy it, and that's the reason why they still do it. They're not looking for no truth. They like the good word, and it sounds good. You got a season coming up, and the Lord gonna bless you with a check. They enjoy that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's really real reason why they still Christians, man. Y'all got anything?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just add to that, it's easy. It really don't take no work, no discipline. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just easy.
Right.
Give me Isaiah 30, man. Because man, our people destroy it, man.
Mm-hmm.
The brother, and shout out to the brothers from IUIC, and all the brothers out there doing the work. But yeah, man, the brother asked him, "Do you fear God or man?" He said he feared God. Put him in the position to actually show his fear of the Lord, and he don't want to do it. We see it all the time in the streets. If we gave you $1 million, would you stop eating pork? Oh, hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, I stopped eating today. Mm-hmm. But when we show you the Lord said it, well, no, I don't believe that the old you treasure money more than the fear of God, man.
Right.
That's a problem. That's a problem, and because we rebellious as hell, man.
Mm-hmm.
Bring that out in Isaiah 30 and 1, King.
God. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 1. And it reads, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin unto sin."
That they may add sin to sin, man.
Mm-hmm.
We take counsel in the teachers that's gonna teach for itch and ears, man. That's gonna make us feel good. That's what the brother was just bringing up, right? We want a feel good message,
right? We
don't want to be told what's right. Tell me smooth things.
Mm-hmm.
And Isaiah was bringing it out. You really think of all the good information in Isaiah, he was calling these folks out, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I just had to bring that out because our people are rebellious as hell, man, and we destroy it for a lack of knowledge.
Hey, King, go jump down to verse 9 and read from there.
Verse 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children, and children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Hey, Salakia. Hey, they will not hear the law of the Lord. Hey, in their defense, the Lord done shut their eyes and closed their ears. They can't hear it. The simple things they can't even understand.
Right.
They not eating pork.
Right.
That ain't one of the deep mysteries, but they can't get that.
Right. Facts.
That is crazy. That lets you know they got to be blinded spiritually, to not understand. Like it says, don't eat pork. Why are you going to eat it?
Yep.
It's just that simple. It's in black and white.
Give me
read verse 10, King.
Verse 10. Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits,
lies, things that's easy on the ears, things you ain't got to work for.
Tell
you, hey, live how you want to live, everything gonna be all right.
Right, that's right.
I yield on that. And the brother backstage, King.
Hey, grab 1 Corinthians 2 and 14. Shalom, King. Shalom.
Yo, Shalom, King.
Good brother. Ace on the scene. You muted up too, King.
Shalom. Shalom, brethren.
How you doing, man?
Shalom, King.
Shalom. That in 1 Corinthians 2 and 14, because what the brother said is heavy, man. It's the Most High that done chose their delusion, man. The reason they can't understand, the reason they can't hit the plain words.
Right.
It's plain. It's not even a deep mystery. Right? Bring it out for me.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 2 and verse 14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him.
For they are foolishness to him. It's a foolish thing to them to stop eating pork. That's foolish. Even if it's beneficial for your health, it's still a foolish thing to them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Read on.
Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned.
Because they are spiritually discerned, man.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord hadn't quickened their spirit to be able to understand this stuff that's coming out of this book. And it's plain. And our mortal minds, right? We can't fathom the things of God, man. We can't wrap our mind around why. We can read this stuff on this paper and see it, and they can't.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Lord's ways are higher than ours, man. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts, right? But I yield with that, man.
Come. Let's pull Sirach 27 and verse 1, and then skip down to verse 7. Sirach 27 and 1, and then go to verse 7.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 27 and verse 1. It says, many have sinned for a small matter, and he that seeketh for abundance will turn his eyes away.
Basically saying, when you say seeking for abundance, you basically trying to please the lust of your flesh, right? And you would sin for a small matter. You will risk sinning for something as small as not eating pork. It's so much other food out here to eat, and you just got to eat that mess, right? Let's skip down to verse 7.
Verse 7. Praise no man before thou hearest him speak, for this is the trial of men.
See, the brother said he gonna listen to God, but when he got down to the nitty gritty of it, he really told how he felt. When he had to be put in that position, he really said how he felt. He said, "Praise no man before you hear him speak." Now you heard him speak for the first question, but you ain't hear him speak all the way when he was put in the position, right? Let's y'all got something? Let's go to Proverbs 9 and 6 real quick. Proverbs 9 and 6 real quick. See, you got a Shalom King. You got to let's see, Bob. You got to put our people got to be put to the test in so many different ways, more ways than one. If that man was a servant of God, what he said in the beginning, it would have showed in the end, right? Let's bring it out. Proverbs 9 and 6.
Okay. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 9 and verse 6. Forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding.
The Most High saying, forsake the foolish. Forsake the foolish. Get from around them. Because Negroes don't want truth. Our people do not want truth. We've always been a stiff-necked people. We don't want truth. Or else we would gravitate to the truth on our own. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to waste your breath with somebody that's being ignorant. Somebody that don't want to listen. I'm gonna tell you that you're an Israelite. You gotta keep God's commandments. Now it's up to you. I'm not finna worry myself half to death. Right? Keep reading.
Verse
7.
Verse 7. He that reproveth a scorner getteth to himself shame, and he that rebuketh a wicked man getteth himself a blot.
Basically saying, why are you wasting your time? Once you realize who you're dealing with, why are you wasting your time? That's what it's saying. Right? Keep going.
Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee.
If he would have rebuked, if that brother would have asked a wise man that same question in the beginning and the end, the wise man would have held firm, and he would have said, you know what? I ain't supposed to be eating that. After you done read the scripture, I didn't know that. All right, I'm gonna stop eating it. Right? It said, reprove not a scorner unless he hate thee. That's what happens. That's why they hate camps. That's why they hate the men of the Lord, man. Because we were proving the scorners. It said, lest he hate thee. So anybody that got something bad to say about a Hebrew Israelite, it's because they're a scorner, because they don't want to live right. They don't want to live righteous. Right? Keep reading.
Give instruction to a wise man, and he will yet be wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning.
It said, give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. He's gonna learn from what you taught him. And it says, teach a just man, and he will increase in learning.
Teach up.
Right? The wicked don't want to learn. The wicked want you to shut up so they can go on about their business. That's what the wicked want. But we're not here for the wicked. What we doing right now, this is not for the wicked. When we go out in the streets and teach, we are not out there to teach the wicked. But Matthew 24:14 says, everybody's going to hear this doctrine before Yahweh shall come back, though. You marked, Jack. When you heard the doctrine and you want to do what you want to do still, you are marked.
Teach.
So in the day of judgment, you can't say you didn't know. The Most High is going to mark you, man. Right? And those are people that want to live upright. You are marked as well. Like Ezekiel 9:4 talks about. To put a mark on the people that side cry for all the abominations that be done and done thereof. Right? You marked as well. Right? Like you.
Hey, can we get verse 10, King?
Oh, yeah, come on. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding.
So, what we've been going into, the fear of the Lord, that's the beginning of wisdom, which is knowledge and understanding.
That's right. So
you got to fear the Lord, which means to keep the commandments, to get this understanding that's written in this book.
Yeah. Hey, let me read verse 12. It says, if thou be wise, thou shalt be wise for thyself. You benefiting yourself to be wise. Right? It says, but if thou scornest, thou alone shalt bear it. You ain't hurt nobody but yourself by disregarding what we bringing out. You hurting yourself. You ain't hurting me. You know what I'm saying? You hurting yourself. You can call us whatever you want to call us. Call us all out our name, right? But by disregarding the words of the Lord, it says you gonna bear it. I'm not bearing that for you. I done told you what you need to hear, and that's simple, right? Are you? Y'all good? Y'all got anything? All right, come on. Let me get that off of there. All right, so this next video, this is a friendly reminder that you are not at home. This is a friendly reminder that racism still lives. You are in captivity and you're not at home, right? For our people that say it's all about love. Listen, it's all about going home, man. Love amongst our own people.
According to DeMontario Gibson's attorney, Carlos Moore, FedEx fired his client because he did not accept a part-time, non-courier job with the company offered in mid-July. Gibson provided RMU with a copy of the email informing Gibson of his termination. Your employment with FedEx was terminated effective July 26, 2023. Attempts have been made to deliver your letter and accompanying documents on July 31st, 2023, and delivery will be reattempted today. In order to make sure you have received this communication, I have attached a copy to the mail. Please feel free to contact me with any questions you may have. Moore released this statement. FedEx has shown its true colors. It has never cared about my client's Black life. How could any employer be so insensitive and tone deaf and fire a dedicated employee after he almost lost his life working for the company? I look forward to holding FedEx accountable in a court of law for intentional infliction of emotional distress for sending Mr. Gibson back to the same very dangerous route the very next day after the attack by the cases. It was Thursday.
Listen, this man, the young brother, got shot at by these two white dudes, and he ended up being the one getting fired. They end up, hold on, watch this.
Day that Judge David Strong declared a mistrial against the father and son, Brandon and Gregory Charles case, because of errors by Brookhaven Police Department Detective Vincent Fernando, who admitted under oath that he did not give prosecutors or defense attorneys a videotaped statement police had taken from the victim. Now,
they ain't got no good reason for why these two Edomites done got off and the brother then got fired after they shot at him. You are not at home, man. We are not at home for our people that can't stop loving on Esau, man. if you can see stuff like this, if you can watch stuff like this and see this stuff steady going on in 2024, and you still think this is about everybody, you are in pure delusion. You are in pure delusion if you think you are at home. You thinking about your 401k, your retirement, you know, your kids, growing up over here in America, instead of thinking about your homeland and thinking about the black Messiah that's supposed to come save you, save our people. It's not about just you no more. See, Christianity teaches you it's just about you. It's just about you. I'm gonna get my relationship with God. It's just that's what Christianity teaches you. But the truth teaches you it's about us as a people. The truth teaches you that. What Ezekiel 3:17 tells us that we are watchmen. We are the one we supposed to, when we find out this truth, we supposed to go tell our brothers and sisters what's up.
That's right.
The truth teaches you that it's about us unifying and nation building. But Christianity teaches you that you by yourself, it's you alone. Why? Because they don't want you to be thinking as a nation. They don't want you to think like you have a nation. And when they call you black, that's to separate you from being called an Israelite. That's to get your mind off of nation building. And it's all about your salvation. Y'all got anything?
Con, man. So what I be finding out, what's so crazy about these different occurrences and stuff like this that happen with these Edomites and all these nations. It's gonna be somebody of our people that's still gonna be like, well, it's not all of them.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I can't stand y'all that say that, man.
I'm telling you.
Like when y'all cap for the so-called white man, it's some of the most disgusting thing, that you can do, man, in my opinion.
Right.
You cap for your oppressor, man.
Right.
You want to put on a cape for him, man.
Shucking and jiving.
I hate that, man. No, this is the devil the Bible speaks of, man. Give me Sirach 12. We got to go back to Sirach 12, man. We got to go back 12 and 16. Right? Because again, this is the devil the Bible speaks of, man. Y'all got to get out that spirit, man. It's not all of them. This is your enemy. History does not lie, man. Right. Well, that's what we were supposed to bring out. The doggone the Malcolm X.
Oh, yeah.
And the Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Forgot about
that. Whichever one was like, it's 1,000 snakes. Right. And 100 of them, wants to do right by me. Right. They wanna treat me right. Right. But he said I can either try to find those 100 snakes out of 1,000, or I can just shut the door on all of them and not deal with no snake at all. That's how you should be. Stop dealing with snakes. Right. And that's right here in this same scripture. Bring out verse 13 first.
This book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
We don't feel bad for you. We don't have no pity. Muhammad Ali, Salaki. You know what I'm saying? Right? We don't feel bad when you dealing with snakes because you gonna get bit. Right? You gonna get bit. Marcello. I see you, King. Shalom. That's my brother right there, man. Big bro.
Shalom.
But yeah, man, jump down jump down to verse 16.
Verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit.
Right, read.
He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
This is a devil. He's not satisfied unless he's getting over on you. History, it just doesn't lie, man.
Right.
You trying to forget history. Right? When they remember history all the time. They remember July 4th. They remember 9/11. They remember the Holocaust, but they want you to forget. They want you to forget, man.
Right.
And I love watching things that remind me who the devil is. Because this society will rock you to sleep, man.
Right.
It'll have you thinking that equality is achievable here. No, that's a fantasy. These people are the devil, man, right? Read on.
It says, an enemy speaks sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagines how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
Read.
If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee.
Hey, and that's what the scripture talk about in Ecclesiastes 7:7. Hey, a gift destroys the heart, man. And that's the thing. Our people, like we get lost in the sauce with gifts. We gonna give you a stimulus check. We gonna give you a grant here and there. We gonna give you a couple raises. We gonna give you a cost of living adjustment, right? But then we gonna, you know what I'm saying? We gonna increase the price of goods. You not getting nothing.
Right.
These gifts are destroying your mind. This the gift you need right here, which is this word. This the only thing that's gonna save you. Your enemy is not gonna give you an opportunity to be equal to him.
Right.
How does that even sound? Shout out to one of my brothers, man, King. He tells me all the time, like, why would somebody allow you to come in their house and be equal to them?
Right.
It makes no sense. You think you finna come in the white man's house and he's gonna allow you to be equal or better than him? Like that's dumb. That's stupid. Right? Read on. Read verse 18.
He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance.
He's gonna be all over the place. Right? He's gonna be all over the place, manipulating you, telling you that it's I like the comparison of the liberal and the Republican. I think that was whoever said that, may have been Malcolm X, right? You know what I'm saying? Shoot, hey, it's a difference between the fox and the wolf,
right?
But both of them want to kill you at the end of the day, right? But I yield with that, man.
Hold on, let me upload this real quick. Here go. I think this is that video you talking about.
Yeah, just like our sister Saria said, they'll give you $100 and take 99 back, right? Because they the devil, right? And a gift just destroys the heart, man. I think the other one that found the video, right?
I think this is it right here. Hold on, let me take this down real quick. Here we go.
King, it's that, like you said, it's that word that's gonna save you, man. At the end of the day, it's that word that's gonna save you.
Nobody ain't come on.
It might be down at the bottom.
Oh, hold on, let me see.
Salakia. You had some brothers while he trying to find that video real quick.
Grab Sirach 6 and 13.
King. It's the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 6.
Go ahead, King.
The book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 13. Separate thyself from thine enemy and take heed of thy friends.
Hey, this is very, very plain here. Why would you continue to want to spend countless amounts of time around your enemy? The scriptures say to separate from them and to take heed to your friends. Now, anybody can call you friend. Anybody can give you handshakes. Anybody can go out to the bar, but who is your real friends? Go to Psalms chapter 119 and verse 63.
God. The book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 63. I am a companion of them that fear thee, and of them that keep thy precepts.
So your friends, your companions, your homeboys should be those that keep the commandments. And we know that the commandments were only given to Israel. Who should your friends be? It shouldn't be enemy at all. You should separate from your enemies and take heed to thy friends. Not you.
Okay. Let's see. Brothers, y'all good? Y'all have some technical difficulties?
No, we're good now. I think this is the clip that Mathanya was talking about right here. Yeah, I'm just had to click
the
on
position I'm in. There's 10,000 whites coming to kill me. And in those 10,000, or let's say here's 10,000 rattlesnakes coming to bite me. And in those 10,000, there was 1,000 that didn't mean no harm. And I knew there was a good 1,000 snakes out there, but they all look alike. Now, what should I do? Should I keep the door open and let the 10,000 in, hoping that the 1,000 will unite and save me and one bite will kill me? Or should I just be safe and shut the door? So we have white people say, I mean right. I have a black husband. Oh, my children are black. I love everybody. I really believe you. But I'm sorry, man, there's 10 more thousand behind you that don't feel that way. I'm just sorry, but what am I going to do?
Yeah. What you going to do? Like that, do what the Most High said do. Never trust your enemy.
Right.
Never trust him.
Hey, I like what Josiah said. Hey, I'm going to tell that 1,000 to fight. And if they win,
right. Go ahead and fight the people that's against me then.
Right.
If you down for me, you going to fight them. Straight up.
Yeah, man, but that's heavy, man. You know, that's how they be. I have a black wife. I got black friends. I hear you. You know what I'm saying? All this sound good.
I got a black baby daddy.
You know, it sound good. Shoot, you show a history of being the devil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And they love saying my best friend's black.
Right.
They love saying that. Man, get out of here.
Shoot, someone join the black on frats and sororities too.
Facts. That's supposed to be I thought it was at least supposed to be a so-called black thing, but shoot, you know, we can't have none to ourselves. But we gonna have this right here, which is this truth.
That's right.
That's solely for you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
Let me see. See what that is. That's all right. Let me click on this. That's all good. Okay.
Chased him has been fired.
Yeah,
according to DeMontario.
Not that one. Let's see. All right, get to the next clip. Oh, is that the no, that's the red band. All right, so check this out.
Y'all, you reading that right. You're reading that right. Yep. I'm gonna give y'all a couple more seconds to let that just be quiet. Let it sink in. All right. So a research study done proves that Holocaust survivor finds trauma passed on to children's genes. Clear example in humans of the theory of epigenetic inheritance. The idea that environmental factors can affect the genes of your children. Now,
let's pause that right there real quick, cause this clip right here. This is what the title of the class is based off of, right? Hypocrites, right? So what they saying is the study of the Holocaust survivors finds that trauma is passed on to children's genes. So whatever the Holocaust survivors went through, the children are experiencing that trauma. right? Now I've found the article for this, and we about to go to it now. Let me share my screen real quick. Hold on.
Sis.
Yeah. All right, let's share the screen real quick. So here it is. So it says, study of Holocaust survivors finds trauma passed on to children's genes. New finding. Can y'all see that? Or is that too small?
Yeah, zoom in.
Zoom in. Okay. All right.
There you go.
All right. New finding is clear example in humans of the theory of epigenetic inheritance. The idea that environmental factors can affect the genes of your children. Oh, this is funny. They just now finding out about all this, huh? All right, what it says, the team's work is the clear sign yet that life experience can affect the genes of subsequent generations. Genetic changes stemming from the trauma suffered by Holocaust survivors are capable of being passed on to their children. The clear sign yet that one person's life experience can affect subsequent generations. It says the conclusion from a research team at New York's Mount Sinai Hospital, led by Rachel Yehuda, stems from the genetic study of 32 Jewish men and women who had either been interned in a Nazi concentration camp, witnessed or experienced torture, or who had to hide during the Second World War. They also analyzed the genes of their children who are known to have increased likelihood of disorders, and compared the results with Jewish families who were living outside of Europe during the war. The gene changes in the children could only be attributed to the Holocaust exposure in the parents, said Yehuda. Oh, well. How convenient. It says, her team's work is the clearest example in humans of the transmission of trauma to a child via what is called epigenetic inheritance. Keep that word in mind, family. The next time somebody tell you to forget about slavery, keep epigenetic inheritance in your mind. It says the idea that environmental influences such as smoking, diet, and stress can affect the genes of your children and possibly even grandchildren. The idea is controversial, as scientific convention states that genes contained in DNA are the only way to transmit biological information between generations. However, our genes are modified by the environment all the time through chemical tags that attach themselves to our DNA, switching genes on and off. Recent studies suggest that some of these tags might somehow be passed through generations, meaning our environment could have an impact on our children's health. Now, see, that's them trying to be slick when they said it says the idea that controversial and scientific convention states that genes contained in DNA are the only way to transmit biological information between generations. Now it says, however, our genes are modified by the environment all the time. So that's their way of trying to say, well, it got modified between now and back in slavery. Your genes got modified. No, we still getting shot down in the street, racially profiled, lynched, and everything else. Nah, it ain't get modified with us, but y'all still got the stuff going on. Now, it says right here, other studies have proposed a more tentative connection between one generation's experience and the next. For example, girls born to Dutch women who were pregnant during a severe famine at the end of the Second World War had an above average risk of developing schizophrenia. Likewise, another study has showed that men who smoked before puberty father heavier sons than those who smoked after. At the end of the day, all they saying is these Holocaust survivors' children are suffering from the trauma that the Holocaust survivors went through, right?
Why they still suffering?
Exactly?
Didn't they got paid for it?
Yeah, they got paid. They got reparations and everything.
Matter of fact, they're still getting reparations.
Still getting it.
Hey, tell them to get over it.
Right. That was a long time ago. Forget it.
Like, and that's the hypocrisy, man, of the so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? These folks be the biggest hypocrites out here. Like, we ain't got nothing. We started from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, I just don't understand it. And then, you know, I ain't gonna even go into that. But yeah, man, this is terrible, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is terrible. You got so much money to compensate, right? But you talking about trauma,
right?
You have no idea, man.
Right?
You have no idea.
How in the hell are they suffering anything? They
Right.
are the richest people. They have their own police force. They have their own community.
Mm-hmm.
They have access to their quote unquote history. They can tell you who their mother's father's father is.
Right.
They own damn near everything. What are you suffering from?
Exactly.
This sounds like a white problem.
Right.
Which is no problem.
Hey, it sounded like they crying white tears.
When we got people dying in these streets every day, strung out on drugs, killing each other.
Right.
When is the last time you done heard any Jewish man killing another Jewish man? When is the last time you have heard of any Jewish father leaving from the house?
Right. Right.
I can't stand these heathen.
Talk about it. Let me get a quick precept real quick.
Bring it out.
Somebody give me Daniel, right? Chapter 9 and verse 12. Right? Because oftentimes this gets compared, but it's truly not comparable, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna see what the Lord says, if it's comparable or not. Right? Give me Daniel 9 and 12, King.
Okay. It's the book of Daniel, chapter 9 and verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
And he hath confessed his words which he spake against us.
Confirmed. But start at verse 9, King Fam.
Salakia. Verse 9.
No, verse 11. Salakia, my bad.
Verse 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us.
Mm-hmm.
And the other that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against him.
Because we have sinned against him, right? And this is how we know who the Israelites are, right? Deuteronomy 28 and 46, these things will be on you for a sign, right? These people are rich. They own everything. As the sisters and brothers are bringing out in the chat, they own everything.
Right.
Right? You are receiving the blessings. So we know you can't be the Israelites. Right? Read verse 12.
Verse 12. And he hath confirmed his words which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem.
The Lord said, it's not even comparable. Nothing under heaven can be compared to this great evil that the Most High brought upon us before our disobedience, man.
Right.
We talking over 100 million.
That's right.
Right? With no one to save you, as it talks about in Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Nobody is coming to your rescue, man. Right? Because we're waiting on our king. But we gotta get our mind right. But it's just not comparable, man. We don't even want to talk about trauma.
Right.
Because y'all have no idea, man. And we can still see the lack of resources and things like that that continues to plague our people, man. That we still suffer from these things that's going on in our community. To this day.
To this day.
To this day. Right? Let me get one more precept. Give me Zechariah, right? 1 and 12. All right? Let me get Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 15. Shalaki. Right? Verse 15. Right? Because the Lord got something for him, man.
That's right.
Right? That's the Lord got something for him. Read that in Zechariah 1 and 15 for me.
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 1 and verse 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
Right. So they helped forward the affliction of our people.
That's right.
Right. They done took this thing a little bit too far. That's what the Lord said.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The Lord did put the nations over us to, to chasten his people.
Mm-hmm.
But they done took this thing a little bit too far. They done got into all type of transgenderism being pushed on his people, homosexuality, all these type of vile things that has nothing to do with God, man.
Right.
Right. They done furthered the affliction of his people. So the Lord gonna visit them in that day. Right. He gonna rescue us, man. So that's what we holding on to. That's what our faith is in. It says, it's the patience of the saints.
That's right.
Right. But I yield with that.
Come on. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 28. While they supposedly had trauma, they supposedly got trauma. The curses tell us what type of trauma we supposed to be in. They ain't seen trauma. They haven't even seen trauma. You talking about captivity after captivity we done been in. Talking about our people, like Jeremiah said, are we homeborn slaves?
Right.
We'd have been in multiple captivities. Just bring it out Deuteronomy 28 and 28.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 28.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
What you think that blindness and that madness and astonishment of heart is? You about to lose your mind because of what you're going through. Mm-hmm. Astonishment of heart because you can't believe that this is what we're going through. You step outside and go to the store and you harassed by your oppressor. You trying to take care of your family and your oppressor trying to make it hard for you to do so. That's what this is. We got the real trauma, right? Let's keep going.
And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness. It shall not prosper in thy ways.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt be only oppressed.
Only oppressed. Thou shalt be only oppressed. Right? Keep going.
And spoiled evermore. And no man shall save thee.
Who got the real trauma? We reading it right now. Who got the real trauma? If they able to pass down trauma, best believe we able to pass down some trauma. Mm-hmm. Right? Let's go to verse 66. They think they passed down some trauma. We got plenty of trauma to pass down.
Verse 66.
Go to 65, Salakia. Go to 65.
Verse 65. And among these nations thou shalt find no ease.
No ease.
Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and falling of eyes, and sorrow of mind.
That's trauma. That's real trauma. That's trauma right there, right? Read the next verse.
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life.
Hold on, who got the real trauma? That is the real trauma right there. They talking about passing down some trauma because they had to hide from Nazis. Come on now. That's the real trauma right there, man. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, these are the curses that the Most High put on us, man, for being disobedient to his word. These are the curses that the Most High put on us for being disobedient to his word. So how do we get salvation? When somebody asks about salvation, get to talking about salvation, you go to verse 1 of this chapter. Salvation is rulership of all nations. That's what salvation is. Right? And the opposite of that is these curses. That's the opposite of that. So at the end of the day, when they get to talking about all this stuff they're talking about, listen, we got the proof right here. And what we're going through right now, as we see before our eyes, this is the proof that we are the children of Israel. Are you?
Let me grab Baruch 3 and verse 8. Just to further add on to the point that the just had made.
It's the book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a cure and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power.
Man, we are yet this very day. What it is, March 6, 2024. We are in the land of our captivity.
Right.
Them Jewish people not going through this. We are the ones going through payment after payment, child support, taxes. You don't even get a fair rate on a loan just because you are black. We are constantly going through things every single day. We have the worst food in our communities, the worst police response. We are not safe, but yet we have people saying that they got trauma.
Right.
Trauma from a few years.
Man, please.
A few years compared to 400 plus years. We are in the land of our captivity while they were freely given land.
God.
People had land taken from them just so they could get land. They get tax breaks. They get 0% interest loans. But they going through it. They get the best of the best, but they going through it.
Right.
Give me a break, man. If we aren't the real Israelites, I don't know who is.
Right.
The proof is in the pudding.
You know, and just to clear this up, this isn't having a victim mentality. Right. That's not what this is.
Right.
This is calling out a crime that's been committed. Right. This is a crime. Right. And we have to. Matter of fact, give me Deuteronomy 32 and verse 7 real quick. I'm gonna pass it right back to you. You know what I'm saying? Because we are commanded to show our people these things, man. Right? Hold on, I think that's what I want. Deuteronomy 32. Yeah,
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee. Thy elders, and they will tell thee.
Right, so we supposed to recall the days of old, man. That's what we supposed to do.
Right.
Right? Psychologically, America doesn't want us to remember. That's why they're taking this history out of schools, man. Because the Most High God put this history right here so we can know, like, wow, hold on. The children of Israel, you know, these were prophetic things that were going to happen to the children of Israel.
Right.
Right? That's how we know. But they want us to forget, man. Like, these are some crafty demons, man. Very crafty. Right? I yell. Get in there, King. Salaki.
Come. Good.
Sure, this is all I had there, man. I just gotta, like, it just pisses me off that these same folks that got everything given to them want to cry about anything.
Right.
Not yeah, man.
God. Let's pull Job 8 and 8 real quick. Because just to let me back off what the brother brought out, Deuteronomy 32 and 7. They continue to tell us to forget about what happened in the past, but they steady reminding us of their past. But they don't remind us of all their past. They only remind us of their so-called traumas.
Because they never go back to the cave.
Right. You know what I'm saying? they still got a warm spot left on them in the cave. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to be reminded of their wicked past or the fact that they came from caves. You know, they want you to believe that the Egyptians was Edomites. You know what I'm saying? They want you to believe that everything good came from them. All the trauma happened to them, which is, I mean, it's delusional, right? But our people still fall for that trap. Let's pull that Job 8 and 8 real quick.
This is the book of Job, chapter 8 and verse 8. For inquire, I pray thee of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
It says, for inquire, I pray thee of the former age. I'm begging you, and I pray that you inquire of the former age. Why is that so important to inquire of the former age? Because if you don't inquire of the former age, you don't care that you're an Israelite.
Teacher.
If you don't care about the laws, statutes, and commandments that the Most High established when we was in the wilderness. That's what you're doing when you inquire of the former age. When you inquire of the former age, you look back in these scriptures to see how your people used to live, how your people walked, how your people served the Most High. This is what you do when you inquire of the former age. But when you don't care about none of that, you don't know how to live. It's like you're a wild beast out here. You don't know how to live. The only way to know how to live is to go back and inquire of the former age, which is delving back off into these scriptures. That's how you're going to do that. Get back off in these scriptures and see how your forefathers and foremothers lived. Right? Are you?
Okay. If I could add on there, let's go to Jeremiah 6 and 16.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6 and verse 16. Thus saith Yahweh, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths.
Ask for them old paths. Find out what your forefathers did. Seek out what was good for them and what was bad. Read on.
Where is the good way? And walk therein.
And once you find that good way, walk in it. Go on.
And ye shall find rest for your souls.
And that is you making it to the kingdom, because you already done found what the good way is. Go on.
But they said, we will not walk therein.
Hey, but our people continually say, we don't want that good way. We don't want what was good for our forefathers. We already then put in our mind that none of that stuff matters. Just gonna make the best out of a messed up situation. That is a good way. Go to Deuteronomy verse 12.
Deuteronomy what?
10 and verse 12.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12. And now, Israel, what does the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
So this is you seeking that old path. And this is you finding that way and you walking therein. Read on.
To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
Keeping the commandments is for your good, because blessed are they that keep his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life.
Right.
Are you?
The key thing when it comes to this video that this article that we just read, talking about these Holocaust survivors and passed down trauma, that goes back into let's get Isaiah 14:21 real quick. When they ask or when they bring up the fact that their foreparents did that, they had nothing to do with that. Well, the same way that trauma's passed down, the money that they made off of free labor was passed down. The sins of their forefathers, they got to reap that. That passed that down too.
They're an accomplice to a crime.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So pass that judgment down, right? Let's bring it out. Isaiah 14:21.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquities of their fathers.
Hey, good. Keep reading.
That they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Hey, you know the little dark-skinned dude on the little videos where he'll show a video of something, and then he'll show another clip like basically showing like it could have been done easier, and he go like this.
Right.
Like it's that simple. What he just read is that they gotta suffer for what they foreparents did. That's and they right. Still doing now. It's just that simple, right? Let's go to Isaiah 29 and verse 22. Isaiah 29 and 22 real quick, and I'm gonna yield. Because see, they you know, at the end of the day, we are the children of Israel. We That's are right. The children of Israel. And there's no other religion. There's no other religion, no other philosophy or ideology that's teaching our people who they are. They're just teaching you a way of life. That's all they're teaching you. They teach you how that religion wants you to live. It's not telling you, Christianity don't tell you that you are the children of Israel. If you deny this truth and say that you're not a Hebrew Israelite, you're basically going back into wondering what's going on. Christianity don't teach you who you are by blood. Buddhism and none of the rest of them teach you who you are, because all the other religions are the religions of the heathen.
Teach
this is your religion, which means restraint. This is yours. That's why it teaches you who you are. So to deny that you're a Hebrew Israelite, you're basically denying your nationality, which don't even make sense. If you're not a Hebrew Israelite, what are you? Right? Let's bring it out.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 22. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, who redeemed Abraham, concerning the house of Jacob. Jacob shall not be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale.
We finding out who the real children of Israel are. People of color. You do have some Israelites that are high yellow, real light, almost white. You see what I'm saying? But for the majority, the children of Israel are people of color, right? Keep going.
But when he seeth his children, the work of mine hands in the midst of him, they shall sanctify my name and sanctify the Holy One of Jacob, and shall fear the power of Israel.
It said when he seeth his children. Remember we just read in Deuteronomy 32 and 7, where it said basically inquire of the days are old. What we're doing right now, we're teaching our children the law, statutes, and commandments. We might have found out about the truth in our adulthood, but what the children of Israel are doing now is teaching their children. The children that are growing up right now, this generation don't have to figure out what's going on. This generation don't have to inquire, because the adults, the parents of those children that are in the truth are now teaching the children. It was our obligation to remember the days of old. Now it's our obligation to teach the new generation. And that's what we're trying to do to the best of our ability. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Verse 24. They also that erred in spirit shall come to understanding, and they that murmured shall learn doctrine.
We coming into this truth in droves. We finding out who we are in droves, man. It said those that erred in the spirit shall come to understand it. And that's what we done did. All of us done messed up before. But we coming into this truth now. It's time to, the playtime is over with, man. Playtime is over with. It's time to put the Bible down if you ain't reading it. Put the Bible down if you're not living according to it. Quit saying you a child of God and you doing all manner of wickedness. Stop listening to your pork chop preacher. You see what I'm saying? That keep begging you for your money and you keep giving it. When the money was for the Levites. And it wasn't even money, it was food, clothing, and everything. That was for the brothers that was in the temple doing our sacrifices for us. God. On a daily basis. We had to feed them because they didn't have an inheritance in the land to raise their own sheep, goats, and everything else. So we had to feed them. That's what that was for. Get out of stupidity. Get out of that, right? It's time to wake up to who you are, right? I yield on that note.
Let me get numbers 35 and 33, man.
That's right.
Right? Because we gotta tell it how it is. We can't sugarcoat. We gotta tell it how it is. Right? You are an accomplice to a crime.
Mm-hmm.
This not no victim mentality.
Right. Right.
This is what the Lord said. Right? Give me that in Numbers 35 and 33.
Good. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 35 and verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
And that's plain, man. It's the blood of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that has defiled this land, man. Right? Our blood of the blood of our ancestors are deep within the soil of this place, man.
Right.
We're talking about over 100 million.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We're not. It's truly not even comparable, man.
Right.
We haven't gotten any reparations, and we don't need none, right? Because the Lord said the reparations that we looking for, it's gonna be in blood.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Hey, that's right. Hey, y'all bring. Hey, let's get Psalms 137.
I was just there.
Y'all in the spirit, brothers in the spirit, man.
Start at verse 7.
Brothers are in the spirit, man, because you know this is for real, man.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we expected to just forget about it and lay down and not talk about it because of whatever. No, but the Lord told us to talk about it.
That's right.
Right? The Lord tells us to rejoice in our salvation. And we're waiting patiently on the Lord as we push this truth and this word. This is something that we can look forward to, man.
Right.
Our people don't even want to rule no more, man. We cool with being in servitude, being at the bottom all over the world. No, that's not cool, man.
Right.
We want to be we want the Lord to raise us up among princes, as they say in 1 Samuel 2 and 8, to sit us and make us kings and priests again, man. We want to rule this world. Right? You said Psalms 137 and 7, King? Con. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 137 and verse 7. It reads, "Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom."
What the Lord say?
Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom.
Just forgive them and forget about it.
Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom.
Go ahead.
In the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
Hey, the Lord said, remember that. Hey, keep reading down that though. He said, remember that, what they did.
Con. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed.
Hey, the Lord said they ought to be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Keep reading.
Happy shall he be that rewarded thee, as thou hast served us.
Keep reading.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
Hey, that's the recompense, that the Lord gonna get back. The Lord said, "Vengeance is His," that He gonna do by the hands of His people, His children, Israel. Right? And I yield on that. But y'all got something else on that one.
Hey, I just got this. You got some, King?
Con.
Oh, go ahead.
Let me get Psalms 21. Start at verse 8.
So you said Psalms 21 and 8.
8.
Okay.
Good. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 21 and verse 8. Thine hand shall find out all thine enemies. Thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them.
And this ain't talking about TD Jakes. This is a consuming fire that will burn. Read on.
Their fruit shall thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men.
Hey, that sounds like killing.
God.
That sounds like pure, unadulterated, rated TV MA killing. Read on.
For they intend evil against thee. They imagine a mischievous device which they are not able to perform.
So these same heathen that hates our God hates you. The Most High is gonna kill them for just imagining evil against you because they have touched the apple of His eye. So what do you think He is gonna do? He is gonna utterly slaughter. Read on.
Therefore shalt thou make them turn their back when thou shalt make ready thine arrows upon thy strings and against the face of them.
Hey, and it is gonna be one chasing 1,000, get an atom. They ain't gonna want any smoke because they will be the smoke.
Be thou exalted, Lord, in thine own strength. So will we sing and praise thy power.
And I am praying for the day where the Lord puts a song in my heart to say, we killing the heathen and we going home.
God.
I want to sing that to the top of my lungs. I want to sing that till my voice crack. I want to sing that till I gotta grab the cup and then say it some more.
God.
That's what I want.
God.
That's right.
God, I'll praise. Hey, I had mentioned about the Levites getting the tithes. I'm just gonna give y'all a quick precept real quick on that. Numbers 18 and verse 21. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read verse 20. 18 and 20. It says, and the Lord spake unto Aaron, thou shalt have no inheritance in their land, neither shalt thou have any part among them. I am thy part, and thine inheritance among the children of Israel. Right? Verse 21. And behold, I have given the children of Levi all the tenth or tithe in Israel for an inheritance, for their service which they serve, even the service of the tabernacle of the congregation. So the tenth or the tithe is what went to the Levites. I'm just basically giving y'all a precept on what I said. That goes to the Levites, not your pork chop preacher. Okay. All right. So let me get this reprobate of the week. Reprobate of the week, dog. Let's see. Yeah.
and charged in the kidnapping, sexual assault, and murder of 20-year-old Mahogany Jackson. Hello, everyone. I'm Brenda Ledun.
And I'm Mariel Bailey. Birmingham police held a news conference tonight providing details on this investigation. ABC 3340's Austin Pratt has been covering this story today. And Austin, what did Chief Scott Thurman say about this case?
Muriel, he described the case as absolutely disgusting and is grateful the Birmingham Police Department received help from the public, leading to the quick arrests of everyone involved. In a news conference Wednesday, Birmingham Police Chief Scott Thurman provides details in the homicide investigation of Mahogany Jackson.
We hope to shield Mahogany's family and friends by withholding specific facts surrounding the investigation. However, we have determined that Mahogany was a victim of sexual assault with murder and kidnapping.
Jackson's mother received urgent messages from her asking her to call the cops, saying she'd been kidnapped. Sunday morning, Mahogany Jackson was reported missing. Monday, her body was found, shot to death.
The facts of this case are deplorable and sickening. Detectives took 7 suspects responsible for Mahogany's murder into custody within 48 hours of this investigation.
Chief Thurman says everyone involved is in custody and has been charged. All of the suspects were acquaintances of Jackson. Arresting all 7 suspects in so little time was possible with the public's help, something the Birmingham Police Department has struggled to get in recent homicides.
Just them giving us some of the information that they had seen, that they had been made aware of, giving that information to our detectives so they could follow up from there, which led us to the culmination of these individuals being in jail today.
Chief Thurman says they are not releasing the motive while the investigation continues. The suspects will.
So that just happened last week. That girl, Mahogany Jackson, that's her name. Mm-hmm. They got multiple videos of them girls jumping her, multiple people jumping her, fighting her. It's like, and this is the same thing happened to that sister down in Mexico. She wasn't even trying to fight back, and she ended up unalive. You know what I'm saying? Being unalive. So, yes, they got reprobate of the week because our people need to do better, man. We really got to do better, man. That's the reason why it's important to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Like for real, when they say, well, we couldn't keep the law. You tell me that you could not harm your brother? You could not murder your brother, murder your sister? You could not do that? You could not steal from your brother? You could not, you know what I'm saying? To say we couldn't do the law, you saying that we couldn't not do these simple things. Easy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But yeah, that just happened, man. It's crazy because it's like to sit back and you know what already happened when you see the videos of the girl when she was alive. You know what already was gonna take place. It's like, man, you feel bad for the sister, man. Like, it's crazy. Y'all got anything?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's one of the saddest stories that I done heard about, man, to be honest, because the sister, as you heard in the video, texted her mother and told her mother to send the police. Don't call me, send the police. You know what I'm saying? And they done sexually assaulted the sister. Some reports came out that they done sodomized the sister. You know what I'm saying? And they executed the sister, shot the sister in the head, man. All over what? Right. I mean, whatever the sister did, what did it? That's what it had to result in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's, I was telling brothers, man, what's some of the most bizarre information about this story is that these were his sister friends, I believe, man.
Mm-hmm.
These were people that this sister never would have thought would have did her that. Right? So it's something that I just really been saying these past few weeks, man. And I definitely want y'all to meditate on it. You can't trust nobody that don't fear the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you don't feel the judgment of God, These people are unpredictable, man. They'll do anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Again, I repeat, man, these were probably this sister's friends, man. You know, it said in the police, as the police were speaking, these were people that she was acquainted with.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That means she really knew these people, man, like that.
Right.
They done sexually assaulted her, jumped her on multiple occasions, supposedly sodomized her, and shot her in the head, man. Executed this sister. Right? So, man, we gotta keep that in mind, man. You gotta kind of keep people at a distance, man, that don't feel the judgment of God.
Right.
You don't feel the judgment of God. I know you'll get over on me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm nobody.
Right.
All right. But I yield on that. Brother said something else.
Come on, I got a precept. Let's go to Psalms 1:1. Psalms 1:1.
Go ahead.
Keith.
All right. Psalms 1, verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
Said, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. Blessed is the man that ain't got no dealings with these ungodly folks, man. Right? Keep going.
Con. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night.
Just like Brother Mathania had said, you know what I'm saying? If they not serving the Most High, they don't fear God. They unpredictable, man. They unpredictable if they don't fear God. You don't know what they gonna do, because they're not ruled by righteousness. They ruled by wickedness. And at the end of the day, your brothers and sisters that live by the law, statutes, and commandments, you can hold them to what the Bible is saying. You can read the Bible and see how we supposed to live. But these people that's not living by these laws, statutes, and commandments, there's nothing that you can hold them to. How you gonna get upset at a sinner for lying? They're a sinner. How you gonna get upset at a sinner for doing sinful things? You can't. You know they're a sinner, and you still going around. So who's at fault? If you know you dealing with this, like we read in Sirach 12, who gonna pity the charmer that's sitting there playing with snakes? If you get bit, you knew it was a snake. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, hey, we gotta do better, man. We gotta do better. I yield.
I'm gonna grab one. Let me get Sirach 6, and let's get verse 7 and then go to 17.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldst get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him.
So don't just be calling everybody by friend. Vet them.
Right.
Make sure that they are for your good, and not just sticking around just because you got something that they may want. Shoot, even flies and gnats, they are attracted to the light.
T-shot.
Should grab on verse 8.
Verse 8. For some man is a friend for his own occasion. It will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
And that probably was girls sitting there thinking this is wrong. They were sitting there knowing that this is wrong.
Right.
But they still kept on going on with it. And they wasn't there for that girl in that day of trouble. Jump to 17.
Verse 17. Whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright, For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also.
Hey, choose your friends wisely, but you first have to make sure that you are right. And the only way that you can be right is by keeping God's commandments. There ain't no other way in. You have to keep these on laws.
Right.
Shoot, and I'm gonna grab one more verse I pulled out earlier. Psalms 19 and verse 63. One more time.
119 and 163.
63.
Okay. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 63. I am a companion of all them that fear thee, and of them that keep thy precepts.
I am only friends with people that fear the Most High.
That's right.
And the only way that you fear him is by keeping his commandments. So you should do the same thing, or else you can end up just like this sister here. Now you.
Hey, let me get one, King. I'm gonna get one. Let me get one.
Okay.
All right, bring y'all get Exodus 20 and 20 for me.
It's the book of Exodus.
So this is when Moses was given the children of Israel the commandments, and when they came, by way of the Red Sea, Mount Sinai. But go ahead.
God, this book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 20. And Moses said unto the people, fear not, for God is come to prove you.
So the Lord is coming to prove you the same way that the brother Asa was saying that you're supposed to prove a friend. Right? Keep reading.
It says, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not.
That ye sin not. So that's what your fear is. The fear of the Lord is to keep his commandments, that ye sin not. And that's the same way that you're supposed to prove a friend. The same way that the Most High is going to prove you.
Right.
That's all I got on that, man.
Come. Hey, like Mathania was talking about in the beginning, you still have an opportunity to RSVP with us. For Passover, whatever. It's $35 to join us. RSVP through the email. But we thank y'all for joining us tonight for TNT, true and thorough. Right? We want to give all praises, glory, and honor to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. We are Iron Horn of Zion. Shalom. You said, do we have y'all have Cash App or anything I send me? Oh yeah, well, put your Cash App in there. What's the Cash App? It's what?
I'm gonna put it in the chat, and then you can post it real quick. Let me see.
All right, we're gonna give it a second. Let me put that in the chat.
And also Facebook page. Follow us there too.
Yeah. Follow us on Facebook. We still a new camp, so we still building. But are we gonna give our glory and praise to the Most High? Like he gonna build everything up in his time. We taking it one step at a time. Do you think?
We appreciate y'all supporting us too, man. We're gonna continue to grind and do this work for the edification of the nation of Israel, man. This is what we've been called to do. You know what I'm saying? It's no other thing we'd rather be doing right now.
Oh yeah, we love this word, man.
But yeah, man, we love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Peace and blessings. Shalom.
That's the Cash App down at the bottom right there. $, IHOZ 144. That's it right there. But yeah, y'all feel free to join us. Hit RSVP. Hey, till next time. Shalom.
Shalom.